I study rap battles for a living. Now, when you mention defenseless people who are sick in the hospital that passed away, that really sent me to a place where, you know, I just believed then and believe now that there's just a price that you have to pay for that. It's over. You're gonna get, someone's gonna fucking punch you in the fucking face. The shit's done, the event's over. I wanted to do other things. I didn't want to further your reputation or your career by rapping back at you and having this exchange. By the way, I did, by the way.
Yeah.
You wrote the song.
I did, and I said terrible things.
You wrote the song and never put it out.
Yeah, because I got home and I just listened back to it and I was like, man, this is not something I ever want to be remembered for. Yeah, that situation just went, you know, it just went where it went, and it's just there is no turning back. Like I said, it was on his part, it was a genius chess move. He obviously has no, like, you know, when it comes to me, he's not gonna have any like morals or respect. So the other elements of the record, whether it be like just like the shit that he's making up about like, my mom and my dad and all this like dumb shit, or you know, obviously the part that hit me the most, which is like, you know, wishing like that my friend that has an illness like dies. Like that shit to me is just not really wavy. Like I'm just not really with that. Like, and when I did say, oh, there's rules to this, I didn't mean there's rules that anybody has to follow. But like in battle rap, you know, they just headshotted that guy the other day because he was on stage and he pulled out a picture of the guy's dead aunt and started rapping about, you know, that type of shit. And it just is what it is. There's a point where you're gonna wanna stop rapping. I'm sure I could say something about, you know, your lovely lady or, you know, a child or a family member, and you're just gonna wanna not really rap anymore. Yeah, so that's just kind of where I got to. I just had to admit, like, yo, I'm really, you know, and when I was making the record in Response, which was a real record, I know people think it's like some myth. It was like on this Vinyls beat, and I just found myself saying things that like one seemed really out of character, just because I was like deeply invested in the situation and getting very angry, and saying things that I don't know if in 2 years I'd want to hear myself say.
Okay, so finally, after an extra week of delay and a bunch of weird Tiny Desk and Howard Stern interviews and fake SNL performances, we finally get this album. We finally get the Drake and 21 album entitled Her Loss. And boy, was it her loss in more ways than one.
Shut up. I will say this. Let's actually review the album first before we get to the controversy.
For sure.
This was a much better at bat than anything in the last 3 years, I'd say, for Drake.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised he took over so much of this album.
I'm not.
Without giving 21.
I'm not surprised that he did that, but there were legitimately times on this album where I forgot that this was a collab album.
Right.
21 would just pop back on and say something, be like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you are on this album.
Yeah.
You are on here. But that being said, it wasn't a bad at bat at all. This was better than Certified Lover Boy. It was definitely better than Nevermind or whatever the hell that
Honestly,
shit was.
Nevermind.
Honestly, Nevermind. It's not even comparable to that.
Because I think Drake gave us literally what we've been asking for.
I would say this is probably a step above Scorpion and right even with Certified Lover Boy.
Sure. Yeah, because at some level he gave us what we've been asking for in Certified Lover Boy. I think the knock is that he gave us too much bars against Kanye.
Well, no. Let's review the album first, and then we can get to the controversy of it all, because that is the juiciest part about it. And I love to watch the sheep just run in a fucking circle. You know what I'm saying? Bye, Drake. Bye, I love you, Drake. I hate you. I don't know what to do.
Sure. Well, yeah, there really isn't much in terms of flaws that I can find with it. I mean,
I think when I seen you tweet about the 16 tracks, I was like, that's not a bad number. But then actually listening to it, it was too much. I think 12 was the best sweet spot for a collab album, especially if you gonna have whole tracks on there by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, just cut it to 12.
12 and 45 minutes. Like that's perfectly fine. 48 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 4 minutes a piece. It's cool. You don't have to do the extras. And the reason why I felt that way when I tweeted it is because Drake is known for adding extra things that just don't need to be in the album. Cut it and then give us what we've been looking for. But to my surprise, everything is what we were looking for in this album.
He didn't jock anybody's style. He didn't go, super edgy with the concept.
He jocked a little bit of 21 style, but 21 was on the album as well.
It's a collab album, so that's okay. That's all right. I ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm more so worried about an entire album worth of Afro beats. That was more so my thing. Which, nigga, I know what an Afro beat is. I just don't want to hear you on it. I know the difference between techno and Afro beats. I just didn't want to hear your ass on one.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is always the interesting. It's so funny, man. People sell, or rappers sell their product to us. Not even just rappers, movie stars, directors. If you sell a product to a consumer and they don't like it, and then you dunk on that consumer for not liking what you sold them, and it's like, now hold on. If I'm understanding this relationship correctly, you put out things that I like, I give you money for them, you get rich.
Yeah.
Where in that is being able to tell the person giving you the money, no, you should like this, and if you don't like it, you're stupid. Fam, do better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, your profession is literally built to be critiqued. Mm-hmm. Do better.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lack of confidence to me. If you are attacking your consumer within your product that you are attempting to sell them, that is a lack of confidence.
Yeah.
It's a lack of confidence in your ability to deliver.
Yeah.
That is a lack of confidence in your work.
Sure.
It can't be seen any other way.
Sure.
But I mean, the album was okay. The album was good.
The thing that I was most afraid of going into this album is that we were going to get too much of 21 trying to be Drake and too much of Drake trying to be 21.
You got the track list?
Yeah. And so I don't think I got too much of that on either side. Now, I did get a lot of bravado bars from Drake, but it wasn't, I got the ops waiting outside for me.
Weren't we supposed to stop the gun bars? 21? That didn't last very long, did it? Didn't last very long at all. That's why I laughed when I heard him say that shit. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we didn't get too much of 21 trying to be lover boy 21.
No.
So it's not what I want from 21. And I don't want Drake talking about silencing the ops. You know what I mean? Like that's neither one of you guys. So don't give me that. And they didn't. And so to that, I'm pretty well pleased with what I heard. Now, the only real criticism I can give to this is in the intro, Rich Flex. Boy, Drake was singing to 21. Drake was trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do, but he loves him some 21.
Do your thing, 21. Do your thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throughout the entire introduction of this, through at least the first 5 or 6 tracks, don't have much to say that was too bad, but that was just weird for me to listen to. In Rich Flex,
I like the features on here. Got a Travis Scott appearance. We had
that was pretty much it too.
Was it? No, it was some.
There was maybe one other feature.
Pretty solid album, man. Pretty solid album. The things that I didn't care for. So the bully bars always get to me, right? Because Drake is simultaneously able to be the guy to get the benefit of the doubt and it's like, he's kind of a soft guy, but then also be a bully at the same time.
You don't get that. You don't
never really rock with that. I know what y'all want me to not like about it. I know exactly what y'all want me to not like about this album is them shots at Serena Williams and Meg Thee Stallion. So let me tell you this first and foremost, why this makes me feel so warm in my heart. Because not only does this confirm what I already feel about the way that people follow after celebrities and just sniff their butts until they say something that they don't like. Because, boy, if we ain't been telling y'all for years that Drake is not that fond of black women. Like, he's not. Hasn't been. How long have we been telling y'all? Been telling y'all how much this man loves to talk about his sexual exploits with various famous women.
Like SZA.
Like a junior high boy who just bust his first cherry. Loves talking about the women that he's been with in the most salacious way possible. He will even tell you that he missed with SZA when she was underage, and everybody will laugh at it like it's cute.
Man, nah, it's fucking weird.
He often talks about how he's just going to have sex with you and drop you back off in the projects. And he's been saying it for years. And y'all been over here. Since I'm at the central housing. I'm too sexy. I'm too sexy. Remember? Y'all loved that shit a few months ago. Why is it so surprising
give you back
now?
to the hood. Don't make me give you back.
Like he religiously. Not to mention, we mentioned like a month ago or so when we were talking about Drake, how he just seems to skirt around any black issue. Couple name drops here and there, but nothing. Hey, I'm the voice of the people. Nothing like K-Dot, nothing like that. So, yeah. Are you surprised that your biracial poppy has some anti-black sentiments? I mean, we've been trying to tell y'all, but it's just so funny. We were the haters, though.
Yeah.
We hate. What's the interesting part about all of this to me is who they chose to turn on him for.
Interesting. I wouldn't say surprising. Once he got to that portion where he named a name.
So I'm like, well, damn, Meg must be the next one because y'all found somebody else to follow behind blindly too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he said the name of them. He actually put it on somebody. And so now it's like, oh no, this is real.
There's no consistency with any of this. Y'all love Drake until y'all hate him. Y'all gonna love Megan Thee Stallion until y'all hate her. You're not looking at anything. You're like Drake has been giving these sentiments to y'all and been feeding them to you in the form of platinum albums since like 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all loved it and y'all ate it up. Now y'all trying to come out here and talk about how much he don't like black women. You missed the boat, lady.
Well, I mean, that goes to the fact that they are what you just called them. They're sheep. Or ready to cancel somebody until the next big thing happens. And then it's cancel that person. It's cancel that person.
Or let's talk about how this man got on LeBron's little farce of a conversation. It's really a bunch of athletes and rich people patting themselves on the back. But got on there and had the audacity to be like, oh, yeah, some things are just across the line. Some things you just don't say. Yeah, it was a good chess moves, but it's just some things you don't say, referring to his homeboy 40 and his condition. And then you come about your mouth and make a double entendre about her, not only her physical appearance, but the fact that she got shot. Oh, it's only above reproach. It's only crossing the line when we talking about your dying homie. But if we talk to somebody who got hit, oh, it's funny. It's funny, right? Ass shots and shooting in the foot. It's funny.
Funny enough, the thing that sparked Pusha talking about 40 is you talking about his wife.
His wife! But y'all ate that shit up, though, and y'all loved it. Y'all loved it. Yeah, you right, Drake. It's just some things you shouldn't say. Like, definitely don't say that you're going to fuck me and send me back to the hood.
He didn't put a name on it.
You mean
so
like
it
that?
Doesn't matter.
You
He
mean
wasn't
like
talking
that?
about me.
I don't know what to do with y'all. This was it was bound to happen because he was able to do it without impunity for so long. This is not the first misogynistic Is Drake a misogynist now? Drake is a misogynist? Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. It's not the first misogynistic line. It's not the first anti-black woman. He always describes you as sexual beings, and that is it.
Yeah.
That is it.
You know what's funny about this?
He's not going to marry you.
Oh, no.
Right? Oh, he's not. Because he's too in love with his bed or whatever.
You know what's funny about this whole thing is that you're seeing these arguments from obviously Meg fans towards Drake and Drake fans. And then you're also seeing Drake fans try to stand up for it by saying things like, oh, well, no, he wasn't actually talking about Meg. If you actually catch the bar, he wasn't talking about Meg. If it was an
entendre, that means it has a double meaning.
I don't get the bar.
The fuck?
What the... Literally, the bar is that it's a double entendre.
Even if he was talking about, if he was really trying to reference her, cosmetic surgery or lack thereof, or having it, I don't know. It still has a plural meaning. Like, you don't think that he wrote that down and thought, hey, people might be thinking that I'm talking about her actually getting shot. And left it in there because it has a dual meaning.
It's literally not even a good bar unless it has that double meaning.
Because if we're just talking about ass shots for Meg Thee Stallion, she's about the only one that's certified. It's the only one that looks real. So you're going to take the most real looking booty and make a bar specifically about ass shot? No, fam.
It's either a double entendre. It's either a double entendre or it's a trash bar. Choose.
Like, would you make a bar about Shaq being short?
No.
I don't get it. Would you be making a bar about LeBron's impressive ability to make free throws?
No.
What are we talking? Well, let's keep it on physical appearance. Would you make a bar about how long Shaq's hair is?
Or how skinny Lizzo is?
Hey, but you good. No, you good. Because, again, that's what we do, right? Oh, you fat shaming me. You're misogynistic, you anti-black, and you this, and you that. Cool, yeah, absolutely, 100%. What are you when you black out your tooth to look like a domestic violence victim? You might as well dressed up like the beat up anime from What's Love Got to Do with It. Wouldn't have been no difference. Oh, except Tina Turner is somebody who's respected and people will stand up for and defend. And Krishan Rock is already making a caricature of herself, and nobody has the wherewithal to protect themselves against you for that.
Krishan Rock also said that she loved the costume.
Of course she does. Krishan Rock don't have the good sense to get away from Blueface. That doesn't make it non-offensive. It doesn't make it okay.
True.
Because I'm sure Lizzo doesn't respond to every aggression against her. That doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
Why is it okay for some of us to press out microaggressions against other of us and then try to gain support for the microaggressions that are taken against us? Why is it okay for us to call out the bigotry, the misogyny, the anti-Semitism, the racism of others and not hold ourselves to that same standard? Why is it okay for us to call out all of those things of people that we don't like, and then the people that we do like, we twist ourselves into knots to defend them? That's dissonance. This shit looks silly as hell. All of y'all just falling over each other, making these arguments for people who don't deserve it.
People who
are not even consistent themselves. They don't live the life that you trying to ascribe to them.
People who are human are going to make mistakes. And you make the arguments for them as if they're supposed to be perfect.
I don't get it, man. I don't get the mentality.
Well, that's why.
I don't understand how you could walk through life not seeking information. But that's probably just a me thing. Just to be out here blind and listening to people all the time. Maybe I'm hard-headed. So that's probably a problem for me. I don't listen to a lot of shit. But unless it interests me, or at least if I'm seeking the information, I'll listen. But I don't just readily take in anything that anybody is saying like that. So it confuses me to watch people do that.
Well, it's literally a result of thinking that celebrities and people who have ascertained a level of status
Are above
perfect
you somehow. Yeah, like they operate, they shit different. Like I don't get y'all.
You start with that boy don't miss, and then you literally start to make excuses at every turn for them.
Talk to a lot of people with money, man, and I've even talked to a millionaire before. It's not that impressive.
Motherfuckers make mistakes.
They're not God. They are human beings. A lot of them got that through circumstance.
Yeah.
Born into the right family, know the right people. It doesn't make you smarter or holier than thou or more virtuous.
Hell, in some cases
Just
they
a
were given
rich person.
more, and now they have less, but it's just more than what you have.
It's just so silly. Just so silly. Well, I don't know, bro. I have no idea. I don't even know what's going to come of that.
Nothing, because we're going to forget about it.
Well, and then also, Meg can't say anything too harsh to him because it would be anti-Semitism.
I was going to make that joke about Kanye.
Woo! Tell us what you thought about Drake's album and Drake and 21's album, and then also the ensuing controversy around it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and come back next week for more content.
I don't even want to do the rest of the closing. You took my joke that I was going to make.
Took too long.
Damn it. Anyway, check out some of our other hip hop album reviews. I can't even remember the last one we did. Push?
About Drake?
Or no, Kendrick.
Kendrick, yeah.
Is the last album review we did. So make sure you check out our other hip hop album reviews, including the one that we did on Kendrick's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And make sure you subscribe anytime we get a album of this stature. We will make sure to review it.